Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. I could be better. I hurt my back yesterday and carrying wet laundry because it was pretty heavy, but it just I think I carried it wrong or I was in a hurry and it was cold out. I took it outside and I wasn't really paying attention to like aligning my body just right. I just wanted to get things hung up and get back in, and somewhere along the line I hurt myself, so I didn't sleep good. You can see the bags under my eyes. I thought I'd wear black to accentuate that for everybody. Like, look, I look like I'm dead, don't I? Okay, just watch. Just kidding. But anyway, you might hear some noise from the kitties. I woke up earlier than what I wanted to because that cat brought her babies back in my room this morning. The first thing I heard was a screaming kitty, and I think she wants my help with them because they're like a month old, and if even, let me see now, wait, what are they? They're not even that. They were born on the 5th, so they're 22 days old. Um, yeah, they fight when they're, like I was telling you, when they're nursing. And just now she just got through screaming at them, so I had to wait to start recording this. So if they make noise, we'll work through it. But yeah, I think they're sleeping now, I hope. She's got them under a chair in my corner, and it's darker there. It's behind some clothes and a sleeping bag and different things. So yeah, hopefully in the closet in the corner under a chair. So, and she had them under a chair out in the living room too. So I don't know. I guess she feels, it's funny because or not funny, she was nursing them and she got up and she walked over the rung of the chair. It's um, early American style maple with the spindles, and kind of a decorative type chair. Um, but anyway, so she went climbing over the rungs to get rid of them, or to make them stop fighting, one of the two. But it was just kind of, I don't really have a topic today. Yeah, nothing really pressing on my mind. Right now I'm watching Professor Bachman. He's talking about, are you leading a double life? And I can say definitively no way, but I know a lot of people do, you know. They're not true to themselves. In my manner of speaking, if they have to put on like a persona for two different sets of people, then you're just fake. That's the way I look at it. So, I don't know. Or not. Some people just don't care, I think, is their uh, whether they lie, whether they cheat, whatever they do, they just don't care and they'll make excuses for it. Some people. Other people have integrity than that. And it's like Doug can tell you, I will not lie. I'll let you kill me first. I'll let you beat the living shit out of me. But you will not ever make me lie or hear me lie. I can't stand it. If I can't look myself in the eyes and know that I'm good, I don't even want to live. And I don't know another person like that. I've never met another person like that. I might, maybe the what would you call it, wavelength. Maybe it'll rub off on somebody. I don't know. So, they're probably out there, you know. But even to save yourself, you know, if you would lie, uh, I don't, I don't want nothing to do with anybody like that, you know. Or if you think you're saving somebody else by being a liar, whatever. It says a lot about a person, you know. Really does. And like I say, I'm just not feeling top shelf. My head hurts, my back hurts, my heart hurts. Yeah, could be better, but I'm still happy in the weirdest of ways, you know. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just weird. Like, how could I be so injured and still be happy? Well, I've lived through a lot of pain, a lot of it, and not your average type of stuff. You know, some really, really horrific shit. Um, Aspirins, they help. Yeah, I took some a little bit ago, but it, it didn't do nothing. I mean, Doug's got like some heavier type um, drugs that would, well, it'd probably put me to sleep if I took them for my back, you know. It's like, nah. And I'm allergic to Tylenol and ibuprofen, and it's like when I got squished and I went into the hospital, they were giving me like shots of, I think it was morphine with Tylenol. It was mixed. And it said it on my chart. I'm allergic to this stuff. So they're giving me several of these um, shots. And they kept me there for a while because I had blood in my urine, which indicated my kidneys could be injured. But I think I was just sitting there healing, letting them pump me full of drugs, and nothing really helped. It hurt that bad. It's like, it's still, I have spots on my body from the weight of my horse where she squished me that are numb. You know, I'm getting them in shape, but they still have this numbness to it. But so, and if it wasn't for that, in one of the spots I'm injured right now, it might hurt a lot worse. I just thought of that. Could very well be it's keeping me, because I've had some really bad back problems where I couldn't even walk, and even sciatic nerve pain and that type of thing. So, and went to specialists for years for different issues like that. So even to be walking, I guess, is great. But yeah, I didn't hear if my granddaughters like their jewelry or not yet, because I wasn't able to communicate on Christmas Day, which was really, it was difficult because I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, everybody in the world is talking to somebody on Christmas. I mean, yeah, Doug and I had each other to talk to, but um, family is different, you know, like especially grandkids, you know. What a day to shut my internet off, you know. Sure, we had major storms, and then west of us was ice in North Dakota, and then more storms in Montana. So, like from Minnesota, and it goes into North Dakota and Montana. So it was pouring rain, ice, pouring rain we had. And the net went down, and Doug went and had them turn it back up. I think, I don't know, because they say they're satellites, but we know there's fiber optics even under the oceans and right up to our house, and a lot of our communications is LAN, local area networks, not SAN, which is satellite, like they say. That's my opinion. I'd studied this a long time ago in college, and I'm sticking with the fiber optic thing, and they have the ability to shut stuff off when they want. So, I don't know. I really wonder a lot of times, well, I don't wonder. I know a lot of what they say in their science isn't what it is. You know, I just know for a fact, like even dealing with viruses and that type of thing. There is a little key. I might show you one of these days. Let me see. Yeah, they're cute. They're starting to walk around. Oh, they're cuties. A little calico one just came out, and I was so tempted to go grab it, but nah, the mom wouldn't like that right now, so I'll wait. They'll be crawling all over the place in a matter of time, so yeah, it won't be long. In fact, I had a little gray and white kind of calico walk right under my desk this morning. It walked up, and just a tiny little munchkin. I mean, pretty big for their age. Even the smallest one is pretty big, but yeah, they're sure cute. Yeah, if I pick them up, they'll probably start screaming, so I'm not gonna today. So yeah, my Christmas could have been better. You know, the best gift I could get is actually knowing the kids had a good day. I think their mom knows that too, you know. So, and she did. Right, my oldest son wanted to get my phone number, and he must have forgot it. And I've been there too. When I was in my 40s, I actually forgot my adopted parents' phone number and their address. And one time, my adopted dad said to me, did you forget the address? And I just looked at him and I said, yeah, actually, I actually did. If you don't use something for a while, you know. So, indicating that I should have wrote or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, because I divorced them, you know. So anyway. And they still wanted to be involved in my life, but that was just it. Involved in it, you know. It's like, no thanks. So right to this day, I could probably talk to my adopted mother, but she is not a motherly type person. It's the same with my birth mother. They have this cold or fake, either the fake sweetness or the coldness that they portray really well, and I can't deal with either of it. So otherwise, I'd have more like family in my life if I were to let go of a part of myself that I don't want to let go of. It has nothing to do with forgiveness or anything. It's just I cannot stand to be around a certain type of people, and I can't do it. I won't do it. Or if I'm ever forced to, I'll definitely say something, you know. So, anyhow, yeah, even, uh, I don't know. I was going to say something that was unnecessary to even say. I think I'm going to get better at that. It's like there was a lot of times that I have a lot to say that I think is really important. And I don't know if anybody gets anything out of it. Or, yes, maybe some of my like European or Asian watchers, or I don't know, once in a while somebody will write something, but yeah. So I don't know, I think I'm going to limit what I actually do share and let the foolish gather their gifts from God, from the um, limited minds. I just said it. That's exactly. Yeah, go to the small people and listen to them because you'll be getting it secondhand. And I'd recommend that for everybody. So, whatever. So, I don't know. It's just, I feel like God like that. Not like God, but I feel like God like that. That, if you don't know my name, I don't know yours either. You know, for some people. And that only goes so far with some people too. They got this personification to hold up and ideals in the world and their standards, and that's who they are. So there's nothing I can do about it. It's like I could go over on a guy's channel and say, the way you're talking about our great mother is really putrid, and let me straighten you out on this from a woman's perspective, not a man's. But and no, they don't listen to a word I have to say. So I thought, well, then they should listen to each other, and then they'll have to deal with the sorrows that come in the end from being demeaning to people that meant well and had the truth, and they didn't care for the truth. So it's like, yeah, okay. When you don't take care of the truth and you would perpetuate lies for any reason, what good are you to other human beings? You know? Yeah. Well, I watched not the last Archaics that he made because that was about aliens, and you aren't even going to get me to really talk like that. So aliens and reptiles and all the rest there. Fictitious, lying, abling. It's like enabling, only it's lie-abling them. I'm not participating with their bullshit, you know. I told David Icke that probably 15 years ago that someday he was going to have to face the consequences of perpetuating the lies that he wanted to instill in people. And he started that over 20 years ago. And he just wouldn't listen. And I know he heard me. It's like, okay. Right now, he's got arthritis so bad in his hands, he can barely even move them. And he's a writer and a reporter. That must be a difficult thing to deal with. It's like I've seen people that lied about children lose their ability to talk. I could go into other things like that, but you may not believe me, but it's the truth. Sometimes when you're given gifts and you don't use them the right way, they'll be taken away, you know? Yeah, they're fighting over their mom now again. She just yelled at them. Nellie, why don't you just get up and let them fight each other then? If they're hungry enough, they'll follow you. Yeah? Are they fighters? You poor girl. Yeah. Anyway, I cooked, well, I made tilapia last night. I poached it in milk, 1% milk, and with some dill and a little bit of garlic. It was really good. Kitties have the leftovers, which is probably was almost close to 2 pounds, because I think I cooked about 3.5 pounds of fish, and oh, maybe 4. I think I had 5 pounds to begin with, and I have a little left frozen still, but Doug and I had a couple fillets, and then the kitties had probably at least one each, and they've had a bunch for breakfast, and there's some left for later, and so they love it, yeah. Because Doug's cat Bob got sick yesterday on his crunchies. He's getting older too. Doug thinks he's only 13, but I know he's in his 14th year. He lost count. But sometimes I had to, like with my, and people have had their pets getting sick and die, it seems like, for no apparent reason. But the pet food industry and the vets, just like Big Pharma, they're all hooked together. It's just like Doug's cat. They tried to put him on a really expensive medication for thyroid problems in kitties, and I just took over. I could not stand the way it was making that animal feel, but I did have all within 6 months. My cat, my horse, and then my dog died under suspicious circumstances every step of the way, and these were pretty healthy animals. Especially, we'll see, okay, the cat and the horse were over 20 years old, both of them, but my dog um, could have lived to about 20 for her breed, and she was in her 12th year. She was 12 and a half years old when she died, but a lot of the symptoms that other people are reporting she had would get up and have like dizzy spills and dry vomiting and no potty coming out, and she could barely stand or walk. It seemed like she was well, she wouldn't go in circles like I've heard some other dogs doing, but she would just stand up and then sort of tip over. That's what happened to my horse too. And my cat, she started acting the same way, like with a fever and dry heaves, and so none of it makes any sense except for um, the pet food and the vets that want you to spend all your money, and their medications and everything included in all that. And I believe that with a lot of the frequencies, our pets are more susceptible, and even a lot of the pet foods have been found to have like strychnine in there. If you go and look up the ingredients and see how it's made. I shared a lot of that information, but nobody said really nothing about it. So it's like, well, I guess it doesn't matter then. Because I was telling people how to save your animals after I've gone through all this for so long. So, like with Doug's cat, I just took over and shut the industry out of the whole thing, and he gets mostly just real food now. He has his crunchies there, but no, it's best. It's more expensive, yeah, and it takes time to prepare stuff, but how much do you love your animals? People say, oh, they're a part of my family. Oh, yes, I would definitely feed my child kibbles instead of the steak I'm going to have, because it's cheaper and he's just like family, you know. Or people that just feed their pets once a day and it's like, there you go, you're fed now. Well, how many times do you stuff your face? you know, because they don't want to clean up a mess in their house if they're gone. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Not all animals make a mess if their owners are gone, but some of them do, you know. So I don't do that. There's always food and water available for my pets. Always. It's like people with their horses, they give them limited amount of hay. Grain, yeah, you limit that, but when they want to graze, it's like, wouldn't you like to eat until you're full? You just give your animals just enough to keep their body weight up so they look pretty. And then what? I don't know. I never really agreed with all that. But anyway, I think some people might have been bummed I wasn't on here on Christmas. I don't think you were as bummed as I was, but you maybe. you know, it was a bummer, really bad. so, yeah, really was one of the longest Christmases I could ever remember since I was a kid. And the days used to seem so long, you know. It seemed like one of them days, and maybe it was a blessing because your time does go quicker when you get older. The days fly by. So, and today seems kind of like a long day too, but I've been in pain, so, you know, even putting dishes and laundry away, different things, it's like all of it hurt. Oh, anyway. Yeah, bad day at Black Rock, baby. That's a song, by the way, that talks about the war in heaven and the first person to be killed. And kind of ironic, one of the biggest corporations is BlackRock. Is that ironic or is it like mocking? It's mocking. The fallen mock us continuously, you know. That's probably about it for today. not much more going on, really. Just could feel a little better. Maybe these aspirins will kick in here, and yeah, I'm gonna finish listening to Sam Bachman's video. And, yeah, so I don't know. I guess the liar's gonna keep lying, and the thieves will keep thieving, and the dead grades will keep being deadbeats, and there's just nothing we can do about it. And they'll all grow into their own on their own, and whatever. It's, I don't know. I think I'm not as desperate to. It's like I was listening to a Hamish from High Frequency, and he's kind of on the same thought. Like maybe waking people up is not a good thing. Just let them slumber. Let them roll back over and fall asleep, because you really can't force somebody to say, look what's going on, if they don't see it. And that's probably good. Then they aren't on that wavelength with you, or that type of, they could be close, but it's still not the same. It's like, oh, whatever. Let's let the sleeping dogs lie. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day, wherever you're at.